You have something in your teeth? You could leave it there. It's still there.
Right here?
No, this one.
Here? In between?
Yeah.
Welcome to 3%. We're your hosts, Jamie Haigh.
And I'm Blake Roberts.
We're two best friends, fathers, husbands, and just two guys trying to figure it out.
We're also therapists, which is probably a pretty important part.
That's true.
And we believe that at our best, people are 97% honest with themselves and others. And it's that hidden 3% of emotions, needs, desires, and behaviors that we keep to ourselves that keep us bound to shame and loneliness, from which many of our issues stem.
Each week on this podcast, we'll interview leaders in the fields of psychology, theology, arts, and athletics to explore holistic masculinity. We're not here to tell you the man you need to be, but we are here to help you explore what gets in the way of being the man you want to be.
We're going to help you develop courage and give you the tools to share your 3% in the relationships that matter most, so you can more deeply connect with yourself, God, and others. So, pull up a chair.
Let's get into it.
So let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back.
Welcome
to
back.
Season 2.
Oh, that was great.
Welcome to Season 2 of 3%,
Officially.
the podcast. This is officially Season 2.
Yes.
This is episode 2 of Season 2, but we just felt that first episode was too good not to share first.
Yeah, absolutely. So hopefully you all...
Got drenched like a fire hose
Yeah.
in that one.
Yeah. Jay is a wealth of knowledge, and that episode went pretty deep.
Yeah, it was really good. So if you're listening to this for the first time,
We desire
Go back
you to
to-
go watch.
ooh, you'll catch that inside joke. But we are so excited to be doing Season 2, and
Yeah.
we've got some big goals for this year, which you may have heard us talk about in the teaser to Season 2 that we put out about a month ago. But like now the ball is rolling. If you were here in Season 1, we released episodes every Monday for almost a year straight. Better part of a year.
I want to say we put out almost 40
Yeah.
episodes, something like that. So if you're new, you've got plenty of us
Yeah.
to accompany
Go
you
back in the
on
archives.
on your drives to and from work or during your workouts. If you listen to us on a workout, that's a wild move.
Connor, shout out to Connor. Connor listens to some of these while he's like deadlifting, which I don't understand.
That's unbelievable.
Like there's no way that I'm hyping you up to lift weights.
If you hit a PR because of me, you're welcome, Connor.
Or maybe it's March, so people, are we mowing our yards yet? Mine's getting close.
Yeah. Almost.
Yeah. Anyways, welcome back.
Yeah. We're glad to have you.
Episodes are going to drop every Monday. Today, it's just Jamie and I. There's no guest. And we're going to be doing more of these than we did in Season 1, which we'll tell you about. And we're really excited to do that. Typically, a Blake and Jamie episode is going to be us tackling a specific topic, going more in depth to some issues that we struggle with or that our audience struggles with or that we see in our therapy practices. And we're not going to necessarily do that today because this is again like a little bit of an intro. We're going to tell you some things about what to really expect for this season and this year as a part of the community in addition to the podcast.
Right.
And we've got a new thing that we literally just launched with Season 2 that we're really excited to tell you about, and we're gonna go a little bit more in depth into that today. So a little bit of a different standalone Jamie and Blake episode today, but we got some important things to cover.
Yeah. And if you are new and you're still like catching up on episodes and you want to learn more about who Blake and I are, kind of what we're about, why we're doing this, you'll get some additional content about that today.
Yeah.
But my encouragement would be like pause this and then go back to the beginning of Season 1. Was it called Welcome to the Party
Yeah.
or something like that?
Welcome to the party and our first episode on the 5th try.
Yeah, nice.
Those two are more in depth about us and the brand, which I haven't even listened to those in a minute, but hopefully we've gotten a lot better at communicating for a podcast now than we did in those early episodes. But you still get the story.
You still get the
That's what's
story.
important.
You'll understand a little bit more about us. And then today, as we tell you about some new things we're doing, you will get some more context, maybe a little more insight into the inspiration behind those that connects back to that story. So, yeah.
What should we tell them about first? Let's talk about the structure of what we're doing this season.
Yeah, I'll lay that out. So last year, we were really excited to have conversations with people who inspired us and people who have informed the way that we've grown as humans. And we kind of just sent out a bunch of asks. And thankfully, many of those people generously said yes.
Yeah.
And this year, we wanted to take a more structured approach to what do we want to say and how do we want to create an expectation of what each month will look like.
Mm-hmm.
So this year, instead of every episode being an interview with a guest with some sporadic episodes of just Blake and I when we either couldn't get a guest or something fell through or we screwed up using the interwebs.
Yeah, which surprisingly, some of those standalone episodes of just us is a part of why we're even doing this.
Correct.
Is they were some of our most listened to episodes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys wanted to listen to just us, which is kind of crazy.
At least we think so.
That's what the stats
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. And if you don't, tell us in the comments.
Yeah.
Or don't.
Go listen to different podcasts. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, if you didn't like those episodes, that's on Blake. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So sorry
It was
about that.
100% my idea.
Yeah.
Hey, we want to pause real quick and let you know about something. We know a lot of you don't just want more content. You want connection, you want practice, you want tools, you want depth. And that's why we created The Basement. It's our private community for anyone who's ready to go beyond surface level and actually engage their emotional lives. So every month we release a deep dive Q&A episode that's only available inside the community. We answer real questions from real listeners in a more intentional way than we do on our regular feed. We also share guided reflections and practical tools to actually help you apply this stuff. And you'll be connected to other people who are doing the work too.
It's $10 a month or $100 for the year, and you can cancel anytime. And honestly, even if you've been listening to our podcast for a while and you're not sure how much you'd use The Basement, becoming a member is still a great way to support what we're building. It helps us create more spaces, more conversations, and more resources for anyone who wants and needs them. So check out the link that will be in the show notes. If you're ready for more than just listening, come join us in The Basement. This year, we're going to do a guest episode first. That's why Season 2, Episode 1 was a guest episode, because it's already maintaining this structure. Guest episode of just Blake and I. That's what you're listening to right now. Glad to have you. Next week will be an additional guest episode, and then the fourth week of every month will be it's kind of a Q&A series, but it's not the typical Q&A where we're talking to our community. We decided that as a fun series for this season, we are going to talk to ChatGPT about some of the most asked questions about mental health on ChatGPT, and then we are going to answer those questions from our perspective as two therapists.
Yes.
So Chat wanted us to call it what? Search bar questions? Something like that?
Is that what it came up with?
That's what it wanted. I don't know. I don't think that's what we're going to call it.
Well, we're going to do something different just because it wants us to
Yeah,
call
that's
it
right.
that.
Yeah, resist the power.
Because AI is not going to control us.
Yeah, that's right. And basically, we're going to take a question that someone asked Chat verbatim, and these are like the most asked questions, and it will tell us how people are actually typing it in. And then we are going to spend some time talking about one specific question.
Yeah, which I'm really excited about that, because I was blown away already at some of the questions that it
Yeah.
laid out for us. Not because they're crazy, because they're real questions that I'm asking, I hear clients ask, and I know so many more people are turning to AI to answer these questions, which we could do a whole episode on AI and therapy, and it's not inherently wrong. I do have a lot of fear of how reliant people will be on something like ChatGPT or AI to not only like answer these really interpersonal human questions,
Yeah.
but also like give them, here's what to do based off of that.
Right.
And it like may even be pretty good,
Yeah.
but that doesn't necessarily mean that it is good. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it's still a robot at the end of the day. So there's something, AI cannot replace therapy, and it cannot replace human connection.
Yeah.
It's a tool, but it can't replace it.
Yeah, and to be fully transparent with everybody listening, one of my qualms with AI as a therapist for people is the same thing that I have fears about with having a therapy podcast, which is maybe you will come here to hear vulnerability, but you may not engage in your own vulnerability with others.
Ooh. Which is something that is like
widespread.
all over the place right now. We have all of the tools of things that we can hear
Right.
and learn and cognitively,
Think through
of what to do,
right.
but then the doing it is different.
Yeah, so I actually think it's really beautiful that people are practicing taking their vulnerability somewhere.
Yeah.
It just happens to be that they're taking it to AI because that feels the safest and most controllable.
And it's affirming and
Right. And ultimately, this series is going to be about what is our perspective on the actual answer to this question? How does that relate to maybe AI's answer of it? And what are some ways that we would encourage how to use the 3% concept to deal with those questions?
beautiful.
So that's the structure. And then there are some months that have 5 weeks. So what are we doing
Are
with
they called something? Is that like a special name?
I don't think so.
Like a
Do you
unicorn
want
month?
to give them a name?
The unicorn months.
That's great. It's really well thought out.
Thank you. Just came up with it right now.
Yeah, that's awesome. Why don't you workshop that
Okay.
and then bring it back to me?
Okay.
Do you want to tell them what we're going to do in the 5th week of each month? Do you remember?
You got it. You're doing this part. You're laying out the structure.
That's right. The 5th week of each month will be some form of bonus episode. So March is the first 5-week week. What am I trying to say?
5-week week?
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. 5-week month of the year. And so this month you will get a bonus interview. That's what we're going to do in March. And then,
we're doing that?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's what we're doing.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, well, thanks. The next 5-week month is in June, and that will be the first month that we do a top plate episode this year.
Yeah.
Do you
Tell
want
them what top plate is.
Okay, would love to do that.
Or
So-
I can do it. Were you about to ask me to do it?
I was, but that's okay. I see what you're heading to, and
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay.
So top plate is something that is language from 12-step. If you are in 12-step, you're probably already familiar with it. We did an episode like this last season, and it essentially was us asking Dustin, who is a part of our 3% community.
Shout out, Dustin.
Shout out. We were asking him, what is the thing that is top of mind going on with you right now in your life that you need to process or discuss? In 12-step rooms, when they have like a top plate part of a meeting where somebody says top plate when they begin a share, they're just going to talk to you about what they are currently going through, like what they're currently processing and working through. And so we will have occasional episodes this season where we do a top plate episode, and we already have one of you in the community signed up to record June's episode with us. I believe there are 2 more months like that this season. So if you are interested in being one of the people who does a top plate episode, first go listen to Dustin's to see kind of what to expect. and then email us. And if you're unsure about it and you have questions about what that might look like, email us too. We want to help normalize it, and we're also okay processing whether you want to do it and then you decide not to after talking to us.
Yep. Yeah, it's like our version of a live coaching call.
Yeah.
So you're getting to hear the process of somebody else and what they're going through, and you're also getting to hear, we're not doing therapy. Let's be very clear that the top plate sessions are not therapy.
That's right.
However, you get to hear two therapists who are doing this daily give feedback or reflect a person in the community who is going through something. And I think it's really cool.
Yeah, where they are and where they want to go.
Yeah.
So that'll be the 5-week months. That's the plan.
Yep.
So lots of fun content in season 2.
And we literally already have our guests for the season, for the rest of the year.
Yep. Correct.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
And I wish we could have more, but we just don't. We're not to the point where we're releasing 2 episodes a week yet. Maybe we'll get there.
Woo, that would be crazy.
Isn't that Armchair? Don't they do like 3 episodes a week?
They sure do. Yeah. Yeah,
but
they sure do.
It's literally all they do.
It is. Yeah.
I'm going to just continue to find a way to bring up Armchair every episode until somebody who is directly associated to Dax Shepard will hear it. And then that will be our way of getting him on.
I think that's great. We are a walking billboard for a non-faith-based podcast,
yes.
Aren't we?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We love our Armchair.
We sure do.
Anonymous.
It's amazing.
Or Armchair Expert, both of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so the other thing that we want to talk about today that we're really excited about is birthed out of really what Jamie was just talking about, which is when he was saying that the fear of therapy podcasts, of AI, of all of these things that are really information that are like engaging the top part of our brain that's responsible for, well, all mine just went offline because I forgot what it's responsible for. Thoughts, like reasoning, learning.
Mm-hmm. Is executive functioning.
There it is. Thank you. I studied this stuff. We wanted to try in our way to meet the need of my executive functioning is broken today.
There was a phrase that we said earlier about it that I'm struggling to remember now as well. But I think what we are hoping for is that people will move from consumption to engagement.
There it is. And what you get to engage with is what you may have already heard in the bumper on episode 1. It may be on this episode too, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Is our private community that we've launched, the 3% private community, which is called The Basement. And it's a structured space for those who want to build stronger, more honest relationships, to go, those who are ready to go beyond just listening and I mean, our conversations aren't really surface level. They're pretty vulnerable and deep, but somewhat still surface. For those who are ready to go from that to engaging more of their story. And we're really excited to launch this community this year. It's kind of our first offering beyond the podcast.
Yeah.
And what it is a structured space where you pay a small fee. It's $10 a month or $100 for the year. You can cancel anytime. And we are going to be doing deep dive Q&A episodes where we're engaging questions from members of the community. So different than the Q&A episodes that will be on our public feed, which is this AI thing that we're talking about. This is like, we're going to get questions from you who are listening about what you're going through, what you need, what you're wrestling with, and we're going to answer those. So the only people that are able to submit questions for us to tackle are going to be those who are in the private community. And we'll have guided reflections and some other tools in that as well.
Why do we call it The Basement?
So we call it The Basement because, again, if you've been listening, you know this. If you're newer, Jamie and I met in 12-step recovery. And we've always said when we started this show, we don't want it to feel like it's only for people who are in any sort of 12-step program or who would relate to being addicted to something.
Yeah, as we say in 12-step, if you qualify.
If you qualify, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't want it to be just for people of the same faith as ours.
Yeah.
Who are involved in a church, and we have many who aren't. We don't want it to be like selective in that way. We're just trying to take the best of what we've experienced in 12-step, in our faith, and now as therapists, and create something from that. So when we were thinking about what to call this membership community, I'm going to give all the kudos to Jamie. He was like, oh, the basement. The reason we call it that is because if you've been in any 12-step meeting, you know that majority of them, at least all the ones that I've been to, except one, majority of them are often in the basement of a church.
Yep.
That's just where they put them.
That's just where it ends up.
And there's this great phrase that we heard somebody say. I don't remember who to give credit to, but it's kind of been
I've heard
circulating.
it from a few places.
Different people have quoted it, and you say it because you know it exactly.
Yeah, the saying that kind of inspired my thought process with this is, if you want to learn about Jesus, you go to the sanctuary. If you want to see a miracle, go to the basement. And so that kind of inspired this idea that where we are putting, as Dan Allender said in season 1, we are taking our heart into the place of danger in order to find healing through that.
Mm-hmm.
And where we are doing that is the basement. We're engaging, we're offering vulnerability in the hopes that we make real progress and real change.
Yep. So if you want, again, if you're ready to do more than just listen, you want a place to practice vulnerability, to connect, to grow, come hang out with us in the basement.
Yeah.
If the podcast is the living room, then what did I say earlier? The basement is the basement?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It sounded cooler when I said it earlier.
Whatever you said earlier did sound cool, but
It wasn't
that did not. That's awesome.
Anyways,
dude.
we want you to join us. And to be honest, if
I think you said if the podcast is in the living room, then the work is done in the basement.
there it is.
I think that's what you said.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you don't think that you will engage the content in the basement, like you're maybe like, I don't really know if I want to submit questions. I don't know if I have the bandwidth to listen to additional episodes. That's okay. We honestly would still ask you to consider joining, because this for us is really a way to, again, help the community. And I mean, just to be frank, like, we're all about transparency. It's a way for y'all to help us.
Yeah.
Like, if you have been impacted by this show, this could be the way to give back.
Well, this is the way that you can help us build it too.
It's the way you can help us build it. Because we've also said from the beginning that we want to build this with you guys, not just us building something we think you need and then telling you, here it is.
Right.
And yeah, we're bootstrapping it. We're not, supported by a network yet. Yeah. Maybe in the future. There's no backing for this, and so we've invested in it because we believe in it and it's important to us. And again, if it's been impactful to you, we would just ask for you to consider joining the basement, because it'll help us fund even more intentional offerings beyond the basement to go even deeper and provide more tools. In-person gatherings, we've got some workshops that we're in the works with past guests, some merch ideas that we have.
Yeah. We've had those.
We
ideas
do not have
we
do not have a lack of ideas.
Yeah.
We just have a lack of resources.
Yeah.
And time.
Yeah. That's right.
So, yeah, it feels, I don't know how you feel about it. It's interesting to create something that you're proud of and that is meaningful, and then to ask people to spend money on it. And it's not even like a huge, $10 a month is like 2 lattes.
Yeah.
Maybe even one
If you
latte
live in
some
Nashville,
places.
it's one latte.
It's not even a huge ask.
Yeah.
But there's something vulnerable even about asking for that. I'm just noticing that as we're talking about
We're
it.
asking people to give value to the thing that we deem valuable.
Yep.
Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah.
And you all showed up in sharing the show. I think we mentioned this in the teaser episode for this season, but we got awards from Spotify for how much this show was shared, how much it was commented on, and how much it was listened to in its first season.
Yeah.
And all of those awards were because of you all.
Yeah.
And so you showed up really well in that way, and what we are inviting you to now is to show up for yourself in how you engage with this content through reflection and intentional like meditating on how this can inform who you become.
Yep.
And also we're inviting you to help us continue to build this, because season 1 was really about consistency with making the podcast, and this year for us, I think the big vision for us is like, where do we take it to next? How can we keep helping more people and in more tangible ways?
Yeah. I'm excited to see how that unfolds.
Me too. Yeah, big time. We are so excited to be back with all of you for a new season. We're excited for a bunch of new faces who are here this season. I know some of you have come over from the Allender Center, and we've got some more shows that have been gracious to invite us on this year. And so as more of you come and join this community, let us know where you came from and what you need. We want to serve our community. This is 3% is about helping us continue to make small, achievable shifts in our life. We were just talking to a guest this morning, and we brought up the idea of how this is not an attempt to get you somewhere so that you are the most actualized version of yourself,
right,
and you no longer have to make changes. I don't believe that and I certainly don't believe that Blake is self-actualized. And
speak for yourself.
Yeah, right. Ask our wives if we've changed enough. You know?
Fair.
And I think the reality is that this community is being honest about where we hope to change, and vulnerable enough to allow other people to come alongside us as we make those small shifts.
Yeah.
And it will be a continual process, not unlike cultivating a beautiful garden.
Yep.
And this season, between episodes of just us, where we talk more in depth about things that are on our hearts to talk about, as we talk with guests. I mean, if you listen to the first episode, you know this season has guests who just bring the heat.
Yeah.
And,
We've recorded some of those episodes already, and we have some bangers.
Yeah, incredible. And we hope that as you listen and engage with our community, that it can help you get some of the courage in the community to make those small shifts in your life too, because the smallest of shift matters.
Yep. Practice, not perfection.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Presence, not perfection.
Yeah. Progress, not perfection.
Progress. That's the one I was actually looking for. I knew I would get there.
Yeah. Yeah, my sponsor always used to say to me that when you make mistakes that draw you to the experience of shame, those are not you restarting on the path that you've begun. Those are just the signpost on your road to recovery.
Mm. And we've all got something that we're recovering from.
That's right. Yeah.
Whether we're in a 12-step program and have a sponsor or not.
Right. Yeah, we are heavily influenced by 12-step, but not because we think 12-step is the end-all be-all. We are heavily influenced by 12-step because it was transformational for us, and we want to help other people find transformation no matter how they're doing that. Yeah. So
if you want to be transformed,
meet us in the basement.
Meet us in the basement. There you go.
Yeah. Well, everyone, we are really glad you're here. yeah, join the community, ask us questions. I normally say here, like, let us know if there are things that you want us to talk about. But if there's things you want us to talk about, you got to come tell us in the basement.
That's right.
Man.
That's right. That's where the real conversation happens.
Yeah, we'll let the questions that are asked in the basement help inform additional things that we build as well. So we really are thankful for all of you. We would not be continuing to make a season 2 if it were not for the outpouring of support and care from all of you. And we're really glad to be back, and we are really excited for this season.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a big year.
Yeah.
We love you guys.
We do. We're glad you're here. Keep showing up. You're worth it.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to another episode. Listen, we're working on some really practical resources to help you connect more deeply with yourself and others. So if you head over to our website, 3percentco.com, you can learn more about that. The link will be in the show notes. And this is the part of the show where we ask you for some help. Listen, we don't have a big fancy production team. We're recording these in my therapy office in between sessions and in the margins of our life. We just really believe in the message that much. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and rarely would I take the time to review and rate a show, just because honestly, I forgot. It wasn't until we started doing this show that I realized doing that actually really does help these platforms notice our show and get the word out. And so if any of this is impactful to you, we would love it if you took a second to leave us a review, rate us, or if you want to just do it the old-fashioned way, text this link to a friend and say, hey, let's talk about this episode. Whatever you do, make sure to follow us on whatever platform you're listening to so you never miss an episode. We're really grateful you're here, and we'll see you next week.
So let's be honest.